Summer 1940. Luftwaffe pilots, fresh from victory in France, laugh off the British Spitfire as a pretty curiosity, all style, no substance, and easy prey for their Bf-109s. But their doctrine, their confidence, and even their intelligence reports were fatally wrong. The moment dogfights began, German assumptions crumbled as this elegant fighter turned the rules of air combat upside down. What exactly did the Germans see in the Spitfire that left them stunned, scrambling for answers, and ultimately rewriting the tactics of an entire air force? And it all starts with that first fateful encounter. May 1940. Over the beaches of Dunkirk, Luftwaffe pilots scan the sky for British fighters. Through the canopy, a new shape catches their eye. Thin, elegantly curved wings, nothing like the blocky, purposeful lines of the Messerschmitt 109. In the cockpit of JG-26, Oberleutnant Karl Ebighausen jots a note in his log. Their new type's thin wings seem fast but fragile. Our 109s easily outclimb and outturn them. The elliptical outline looks more like a designer's flourish than a weapon of war. Among the squadron, the Spitfire is dismissed as a curiosity, pretty but not practical. Some even confuse it with the more common Hurricane, assuming any British single-seater with a rounded wing is just another variant of the same old machine. The Bf-109, with its sharp nose and angular tail, radiates menace. Its fuel-injected Daimler-Benz engine is the pride of German engineering. Pilots trust in their machines, shaped by victories in Spain, Poland, and France. The numbers are on their side. In Spain, Bf-109s claimed kill ratios as high as 7-1. In France, they cut through Allied formations with ruthless efficiency. The expectation is simple: one-on-one, the 109 will always come out on top. Squadron diaries from May and June capture the mood. The Spitfire's silhouette is noted, but rarely feared. Letters home speak of the English with their elegant wings, but the tone is almost playful. Luftwaffe intelligence reports echo this complacency, labeling the Spitfire as advanced but rare, an elite machine, but not a mass-produced threat. The real challenge, pilots believe, is finding enough of them to fight. In the mess halls and briefing tents, the elliptical wing becomes a punchline. Some call it a fashion statement, others a British attempt to distract from technical weakness. No one imagines that, within weeks, those same wings will haunt their every sortie. For now, confidence is absolute. The sky belongs to the 109. On paper, the Bf-109E looked untouchable. Its Daimler-Benz DB601 engine delivered a crisp, steady climb. No fuel starvation in negative G, no hesitation in a steep ascent. German engineers pointed to the numbers: 354 miles per hour at altitude, a climb rate that left most rivals behind, and a proven record from Spain to France. The aircraft's armament was designed for knockout blows: two 20mm cannons, each round able to tear through armor, plus twin machine guns for backup. Every technical briefing drilled home the same message: energy fighting wins battles. Vertical maneuvers, swift dives, rapid climbs, these were the moves that brought home victory claims in the hundreds. Yet, as intelligence bulletins filtered in, the numbers started to blur. The Spitfire's Merlin engine, though less powerful on paper, delivered nearly the same top speed, about 348 miles per hour. Its elliptical wing, dismissed as a stylistic quirk, gave it a tighter turning radius than anything the Luftwaffe had faced. In close combat, this mattered more than raw speed. The Spitfire's 8.303 Browning machine guns created a wall of fire. Each gun alone was light, but together they filled the air with lead, devastating at close range, even if each bullet lacked the punch of a cannon shell. German planners, steeped in the data from earlier campaigns, trusted their edge. In Spain, Bf-109s had racked up kill ratios as high as 7-1. In Poland, the numbers were even starker. By France, the 109s still dominated, outscoring Allied fighters 3 or 4-1. These statistics shaped every assumption going into the Battle of Britain. If the British fielded only a handful of Spitfires, as intelligence suggested, the outcome seemed certain. But technical reports began to challenge those beliefs. Pilots returned from sorties describing Spitfires that could turn inside a 109, slipping away from cannon bursts and coming back for another pass. Gunnery officers noted that while the Bf-109's cannons hit hard, their low rate of fire and limited ammo meant every shot had to count. Meanwhile, the Spitfire's 8 guns could saturate a target in seconds, deadly if the range closed. The contrast between doctrine and dogfight reality was growing sharper with every engagement. August 1940. Over Kent and Sussex, Luftwaffe pilots press home their raids, expecting the same easy victories they claimed over France. But in the thick of the fighting, something changes. Spitfires begin to appear in numbers that defy every intelligence estimate. Squadron after squadron, their elliptical wings flash through the clouds, breaking up bomber formations and tying German fighters into exhausting turning battles. In the cockpit, Lieutenant Hans Jabs of JG-26 finds himself locked in a spiraling contest with an RAF pilot. He pulls hard, but the British fighter clings to his tail, matching every move. After barely escaping, Jabs writes in his log, "Never turn with a Spitfire. Use speed, use height, but do not try to follow." By early September, the lesson is spreading fast. Combat reports pile up on Luftwaffe desks. 109s lost in turning fights, new pilots shot down trying to match the Spitfire's agility. Veteran commanders start drilling a new mantra into their men: hit fast, climb away, never get drawn into a horizontal fight. The old doctrine, energy fighting, vertical maneuvers, slashing attacks, returns with a new sense of urgency. Across the channel, RAF controllers exploit the split. Spitfires tangle with German escorts, Hurricanes swoop in to hammer the bombers. The German plan to sweep the RAF from the sky begins to unravel as losses mount and morale sags. On the 4th of September, squadron leaders circulate warnings, sometimes as formal briefings, sometimes as blunt advice in the mess. Avoid turning combat with Spitfires at all costs. The elliptical wing, once mocked, now shapes every tactical decision. For the Luftwaffe, the Battle of Britain has become a different kind of fight, one where the rules are being rewritten in real time, and every sortie brings a new set of risks. German bomber crews, already bracing for flak and night fighters, began to speak of Spitfires with something close to superstition. Mission briefings warned of their sudden appearances, always at the worst moment, always in numbers that defied logic. Letters home described the Spitfire as a hunter that seemed to materialize from the clouds, relentless and precise. The sense of dread was real, sharpened by the knowledge that interception was almost guaranteed over southern England. Pilots and gunners swapped stories of attacks that broke up entire formations in seconds, of friends lost to a flash of tracer fire from those elliptical wings. Behind the front lines, the Luftwaffe's technical staff wanted answers. In October 1940, a captured Spitfire Mark I, serial P9386, was delivered to Rechlin for exhaustive testing. Test pilots charted every aspect of its performance: turn radius, acceleration, stall behavior. The results left little room for doubt. The Spitfire's controls were harmonized, its roll rate quick, its turn at low altitude unmatched by anything in the German arsenal. Reports circulated among squadron leaders, confirming what combat had already taught them. This was not just a beautifully built machine, but a formidable adversary. Adolf Galland, commander of JG-26, put it plainly in a memo to Goering. "The RAF's Spitfire impressed us. It could outturn anything, and pilots were skilled. We lost men who underestimated it." Galland's praise carried weight. Fighter tactics shifted, and technical teams pressed for improvements that would eventually shape the Bf-109F and the rapid introduction of the FW-190. The Spitfire's reputation, forged in the summer of 1940, endured. For the Luftwaffe, it became the standard by which all Western fighters were measured, a symbol of lost certainty and a lesson paid for in blood and metal. In May 1940, Luftwaffe diaries first recorded encounters with the Spitfire, describing its elliptical wings as a curiosity. Within months, German combat reports and intelligence bulletins documented a dramatic shift, from underestimating the Spitfire to naming it as the RAF's most formidable fighter. Technical tests of captured Spitfires at Rechlin confirmed its tight turning ability, forcing the Luftwaffe to abandon close dogfights for hit-and-run tactics. What is clear is the Spitfire's impact. RAF production outpaced German estimates, and its performance helped block German air superiority during the Battle of Britain. Today, the Spitfire stands as a documented case where a single aircraft reshaped enemy tactics and morale, its reputation built on evidence found in the very reports of those who once dismissed it.